We got Inkars versus Galroch. Some Vampire Coast taking on the Beastmen. Beastmen using their buffed up Gore Herds. While the Vampire Coast is going with a basic caster of some kind. Okay. Okay. It's a Deeps caster. Has his Crab Summon and then the Tide Call. Plus, of course, Van Horse Speculum and All Hands Ahoy, so a bit of melee debuff for his enemies, buffs for his friends. Tracks. Other than that, some deck gunners, some hand gunners, 2 hand cannons, 3 bomber mobs, and then a front line of the deckhands mobs with their reduced cost, Rotting Prometheans, Animated Hulks, and 1 ROR Rotting Promethean gunnery mob, Lampage Revenge. For the Beastmen, before we miss the cool bomber throws, Beastmen do have a Gore Herd frontline, Centaurs and Centaurs throwing axes on the flanks, some Archers in the backline, Butcher Skeleton Guard, Morgar the Shadowgave, and a Traitor King caster. Bombs lighting up the Gore Herds. Even with their spread formation, they are not safe from the power of undead bombs. Though this bomber did end up in the front line. Bit of a whoopsie there. He's going to want to back off as these other bombers are still finishing up the Gore Herds. Centaurs of Zinch catch some animated Hulks. They should win that fight quite handedly. They're not even done with their barriers yet. They've done about a third of the HP of the animated Hulks. The Butchers of Skeleton Guard are into the Vampire Coast lines, but they're about to get lit up by all these handguns and deck gunners. Already half HP missing from them, and the hand cannons are doing some significant anti-air work. Are they going to shoot at the Harpies? Doesn't look like it. They shot at Centaurs of Zinch for a bit instead, but these ones will have to turn their attention onto the Harpies or something, otherwise the Harpies are just going to get in the back line full free. Looks like they will. Diving the deck gunners. Centaurs of Zinch are coming back too, so Vampire Coast having issues keeping its back line alive. Though with some good focus fire from handguns at point-blank range. Clear those guys out for now. Other Harpies also dealt with by the hand cannons. Just the Beastmen Archers get into range. The Archers walking close to the front line, but they really want to shoot back at the gunnery mobs, which is understandable, I suppose. And more animated Hulks getting picked off by Centaurs with throwing axes. Really trying to get access into the back line, as the Beastmen are down in the bounce power by quite a bit. But here comes the reversal. Nice overcasted Traderkin onto the Vampire Fleet Admiral, doing a lot of damage to him. He is on foot, reducing his health pool by quite a lot. And then we have our Chaos Spawn summons out. Both of them are out from Morgar, the involuntary one and the voluntary. Chaos Spawn going to try and disrupt that back line. So for the Beastmen, they can keep rallying. They can kite a bit with their Archers, and they have enough mobility to still get into the back line. And the Vampire Coast, if you shut down these full ammunition bars, full HP bars, the ranged units, you'll get a lot of that balance of power back. So, we'll see. Butcher's Skeleton Guard still healing up as they fight. And the Chaos Spawn getting peeled by the Lampage Revenge. It is just a summon, though, so we don't really care about the damage on them too much. Centaurs of Zinch are stuck fighting all these monstrous infantry. And over here, the Centaurs of Zinch rally enough to get onto the handgun mobs and just delete them on the charge. And you have to think in 2 more Traderkins, that Vampire Fleet Caster guy is going to die. Throwing axes, throwing at the Rotting Prometheans for now, getting a little bit of that armor-piercing damage. And Archers, for the Beastmen, having a tough time really getting anywhere and just sticking with it. They show up now to shoot at the Lamprey's Revenge, but they won't do too much damage to those guys. Butcher's Skeleton Guard are going to take the fight to the animated Hulks and Rotting Prometheans now. Should be okay as long as they can stay safe from the guns. And Harpies have rallied for a second attempt at these hand cannons. Going to take them out through sheer determination. Centaur's a bit of a whoopsie, I have to say. Using their throwing axes against the Rotting Prometheans while being shot at by deck gunners and hand gunners is just not a good use of their time. They need to go into melee for them and dive the back line, unfortunately. You're just getting outshot. Morgar and the Butcher's Skeleton Guard beating up on animated Hulks and the Vampire Fleet Admiral of the Deeps. And where's the Traderkin caster? One big Traderkin right now would actually seal this guy's fate. He has no healing whatsoever. He's stuck at the HP he gets as Morgar bodies his ass. We need a Traderkin. Especially now that he's in all these Rotting Prometheans. That would be just a beautiful Traderkin. We'll see. The caster's coming this way, so it might be happening. As the hand cannon mobs and deck gunners try and fight back against the Gore Herds, I really don't want to miss a Traderkin if it's about to happen, because this is just like the perfect spot for it. There it is. Overcast? Yep, overcast. Nice. That might kill this guy. While that's happening, archers are moving up. They've already killed off the handgunner. They're getting close to getting in range of the deck gunner, which is the Calm Guard retreating and just healing for a bit. Oof. Well, they're trying to heal, but they're getting shot their entire way out of here. And the Polearms caster has 500 HP left. Chucks out another Tide Call. And the Traitor King caster actually gets lit up on his way in as the hand cannons and handguns are just firing at him. Flying a little too close to the sun, the Beastmen are really not respecting the range damage of the Vampire Coast this game. So many times I've seen just, like, things walk in front of or disrespect the ranged capacity of these zombies. Morgur gets Van Horse Speculum, reducing his melee stats by a bit, but if he gets a charge attack onto this Polearms caster, I still think he'll do a lot of damage. It's not to be, however. There we go. The Centaurs finally dive in, and they, like, instantly take out the deck gunner, something that needed to happen, like, 6 years ago, but they finally did do it, shutting those guys down. Another Tide Call hurts these Centaurs a little bit. Are the Centaurs rear charging them, or are they charging straight onto the Vampire Captain? Get about 100 damage out on him. They're really trying to proc that crumbling, and there they go. The Centaurs will take him out. No, his leadership rallies because of all hands ahoy. He's fine for now at 70 HP. And the Gore Herds and Centaurs are routed off. Nice use of the Traitorkin. I think that's appropriate. Traitorkin over here rather than onto this already almost dead guy. If your archers could get in range, that could be fine. If you just fire one volley at him, that could get his leadership enough to crumble. There we go. All hands ahoy wears off, and he kills himself with crumbling. So now the Beastmen have some disparate forces they can rally, and the Vampire Coast might start to crumble off. This hand cannon is going to die of its own volition. Another one's really low. Handgun mob is really low. And I don't know where these archers are going, but they need to just stand and shoot. Running away just gets them routed. I mean, they're going to rout anyway, but you might as well fire. That's kind of my point. So Morgur is trying to hold against the Lampeter's Revenge and other Rotting Prometheans. We still have the Butchers healing up, a bunch of archers coming in, and the Traitor King caster is back once again, only to be shot in the face by these handguns. He needs to run directly away. Do not run sideways, or they will get in range, and they will shoot you, and you will rout for the third time, and you will shatter. Zero leadership. Handgun mobs are trying to get one shot off there. And the Beastmen are on a bit of a timer. They need to hurry up because Morgur is surrounded by the Lampeter's Revenge, taking a lot of damage. He needs bros, and he needs bros pretty quickly. This hand cannon mob is about to die. Somehow the Brazium in the Wild survived his endeavor. And the archers should just be shooting at whatever is closest, especially those ranged things they need to take out. Because if they can do that, the Butchers can countercharge the Rotting Prometheans mobs and save them from that. Also, you have a Traitor King caster coming back. But he's thrown out quite a lot of overcast Traitor King, so I don't know how much he actually has left in the tank. As the handgun mobs fire into the trees towards the Ungor Raiders. They're firing uphill into trees and against archers who are far away. None of those are good things for the hand cannon mobs, and I think this is probably going to be the volley that kills them. There we go. You have enough damage on them now, they're going to crumble into nothingness. I'd probably switch targets. Butchers and Calvin Guard are running in to throw down a rescue mission to save Morgur. They're hiding behind the crab bodies. They can't keep getting shot. Morgur's leadership should stabilize for a little bit. The Butchers and Calvin Guard are just going to fight to the very end against these crabs. Should be pretty happy. This Traitor King caster is finished off. But there goes the hand cannon mob. The handgun mob takes a big old volley from the archers. Going to take that out. No more guns to shoot the archers, and the archers should be free and clear to fire at the Rotting Prometheans. The Beastmen just have to buy time. They have two healing melee units. The Butchers and Morgur trying to just heal up and hold the Rotting Prometheans here while the archers do all the work. Handgun mob is going to fade away. The Rotting Prometheans rallying a bit. Have enough leadership to get in there against the archers. The Butchers are actually gone. Lampeter's Revenge very healthy, and Morgur's healing cap is in sight. The handgun mob has faded. The archers need to turn and fire on these Rotting Prometheans. And whoa, the regular Rotting Prometheans are going back to Morgur. Why? You should be chasing down the archers, because all the time you buy chasing the archers that they can't be shooting at you in Lampeter's Revenge are just going to keep bodying Morgur. These archers are not firing. They need to hurry up. Coast slipping a bit. Not Coast. Beastman slipping a bit. Now the archers are back in range. firing up and over. 120 armor for the Rotting Prometheans, but they're unshielded, and just volume of fire does count for a lot, so it's something. Plus, if you can just get that leadership low enough, they'll crumble. The crumbling will help you out a ton. There the crumbling goes. Slow, consistent damage as Morgar rallies his leadership. 5 leadership for the Butchers of Kalkengard. Morgar's down to 4. Nobody's feeling too good as they're trying to regen up, trying to stay in it. These Rotting Prometheans falling below 2,000 HP. We have some Gore Herds running out to intercept. The Butchers of Kalkengard trying to avoid getting rear charged. They're just baiting a bit with their healing. Morgar's also not feeling too good. Gore Herds find the collide. Butchers of Kalkengard coming in for a rear charge. And the Archer's doing really good damage to Rotting Prometheans. Now it is just the Lamper's Revenge. But Morgar is going to rout, which is a big problem. We'll keep regenning, as always. The Archers are firing in, as always. And there go those Rotting Prometheans. It is just the Lamper's Revenge. But Lamper's Revenge are very, very spooky. I don't know if 2 Archers can really get through these guys. It depends on where their healing cap actually is. If it's, like, literally right around the corner, then, like, maybe, possibly, potentially. But if they have a ton of healing left, there's no shot. Hell, there might not be a shot anyway, as army losses is just going to hit. And I think that's fair. I mean, the Lamper's Revenge are very, very scary. The Butchers of Kalkengard were a spent force. Morgar was a spent force, and Lamper's Revenge could have just walked after Archers for a while, shooting them in the back. The Guns of the Coast doing a lot of work. Animated Hulks just had to die for the glorious cause. Lamper's Revenge did fantastic as always. For Galroch, Gore Herds, even after their buffs, did not do much here, unfortunately. Archers did pretty well. Centaur's Zinch did okay. Centaur's Throwing Axes did well. Butchers of Kalkengard, actually not a lot of value. Got focused fired a ton. So GG's, lads. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.